Hello, welcome back to De La Cruz Engineering videos. So in this video, we'll be obviously solving clock problems under algebra. Alright. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please consider to subscribe and click that bell icon there in order for you to be notified if we have new videos. Okay. So we have three problem sets here involving clock problem. We'll be starting from the basic one. Okay. All right. So first problem. In how many minutes after 2 o'clock will the hands of the clock will be perpendicular for the first time? Okay. So before we start, we need to know these basics for clock problems, no? This one. Ito yung basics natin sa ating clock problems. Ang kadalasan, yung long hand run natin, we denoted that one as X, no? Ito yung mga nakikita natin sa mga reviewer books. And shorthand run is 1/12 of the longhand run. That means we can denote the shorthand run as x over 12. No, 1/12 of the longhand run. And take note that 5 minutes on the clock is equivalent to 30 degrees. Okay, so ito yung mga basic natin na dapat malaman before we start to solve a clock problems. Okay. Balik tayo. So we have there 2 o'clock, no? Ito yung ating direction of the long hand and the short hands. So after how many minutes daw na yung the long hand and the short hand subtends 90 degrees, no? Ibig sabihin ng perpendicular, that means their hands will be 90 degrees with each other. Okay, so ito yung run natin, no? Ito yung mangyayari. So in this case, the subtends 90 degrees with each other. Ganyan. So, ang technique natin dito is to just subtract the is to construct an equation so that will come up to the angle between the shorthand and the long hands. So, ano yung ibig sabihin dyan? So, yung basic equation natin sa ating clock problems, so that the long hand, we just erase this one. Long hand, okay, minus the short hand must be equals to the angle between them. Ayan. So, ito lang yung tatandaan natin. Or if nauna yung ating shorthand, then that would be shorthand minus longhand is equals to the angle between them. Yan. Yan lang yung tatandaan natin. So, how can we construct this to a mathematical equation? Paano natin to gagawin into a mathematical equation? Okay, so take note that we'll be expressing the run of the long hand as x and the run of the short hand as x over 12. Now, as you can see here, ibalik natin. Ito. Now, yung technique natin dito is to base at the 12 point, no? At the 12 mark. Ito yung 12 mark natin. So, magbe-base tayo always dyan. Or actually, it depends on you. Paano nyo siya gagawin. But ako, I will be basing at the 12 mark. Now, as you can see, if this runs in this way, so that from the 12 mark, ito yung run ng ating long hand. Okay? Then, tatawagin natin siyang x. Now, take note that yung ating shorthand starts from the 2 mark. No? Ito yung ating 2 o'clock mark. So, this is our x over 12. Ito yung run ng ating shorthand. Okay. And as I have said that this perpendicular is equivalent to 90 degrees with each other. Ganyan, no? So, yung shorthand, yung longhand natin, the difference of the longhand and the shorthand from a certain base, which is yung 12 o'clock mark natin, is equals to the 90 degrees. Alright? So that x, the longhand, minus x over 12 plus 10. Take note that from 12 o'clock mark to the 2 o'clock mark, that is equivalent to 10 minutes. So that's why we can have this one, 10 minutes plus x over 12 or x over 12 plus 10 minutes. Okay? So yung equation natin dito is that x, which represents the longhand from a certain base, ang base natin dito is yung ating 12 o'clock mark. So mathematically expressing, we can have this one as x minus the shorthand from a certain base. Ito yung certain base natin. So yung shorthand natin dyan is equivalent to the total of x over 12 plus 10 minutes. Okay? X over 12 plus 10 minutes. Ayan. So that it should be equals to 90 degrees. But convert natin to into minutes, no? Since we are considering here into minutes. So multiply natin by this conversion factor, and every 5 minutes we have 30 degrees. Yan. Yan yung main equation natin. Ito yung tatandaan natin. Longhand minus shorthand is equals to the angle between them. Okay? Pwede rin magkabaliktad. Shorthand minus longhand is equals to the angle in between them. So it depends on the scenario, no? Okay, so in this case, makukuha natin directly yung value ng ating x. Okay? So you can do shift solve there, no? What would be the value if you do shift solve? So let me just input it here since I am using the MathCAD software. Yung syntax sa MathCAD natin, find, I have here the given initial value guess of x, let's say 1. Any value dyan, no? So we have here x, find the value of x. So yung x natin dyan, that is the minutes, no? After 2 o'clock. From 0 until x minutes. So that is equals to 27.273 minutes. Yan lang. Ganon siya ka-basic. Okay? So this is our answer. Ayos. Again, yung tatandaan lang natin is ito. The difference between the longhand and the shorthand is equals to the angle between them. Okay? Pwede rin the difference between the shorthand minus the longhand is the angle between them. Okay? Para mas maging klaro, let's try another example. Let me just scroll this up. Then let's have another example. Okay. What time after 6 o'clock will the hands of the clock subtend an angle of 45 degrees? Alright, so dito, specific yung problem natin that they subtends 45 degrees with each other. So yung 6 o'clock mark natin is in this form. Then nag-move siya dito in that way. So that the angle between them is 45 degrees. Actually, dapat specific yung problem. 45 degrees for the first time. No? Dapat for the first time yan. Because pwede rin yung ating long hand dito lumagpas sa kanya. Then, andito yung ating long hand dito. And nandito yung ating 45 degrees. Pwedeng ganyan yung scenario natin. Okay? So, in this problem, we'll just focusing for the first time. 45 degrees for the first time. Okay? So, yung scenario natin should be in this way. Now, again, as you can see, is that nauna yung ating shorthand. Okay? And behind yung ating longhand. That means the difference of the shorthand and the longhand is equivalent to the angle between them. Okay? Dito, specific natin, shorthand minus longhand tayo is equals to the angle between them, which is 45 degrees. Now, we'll just determine ano yung ating longhand run and the shorthand run from a certain base point. So yung again, yung ginagamit ko dito na base point is always yung 12 o'clock mark dito. So bale, magsa-start ako dito. So ito yung run ng x natin, no? 6 o'clock tayo nang galing. And then take note, if this is the run of the longhand, then the run of the shorthand is initially from here, no, from 6 o'clock to at this certain point. So hindi natin alam saan ito banda. Okay? So from here to here. So take note that the shorthand is 1/12 of the run of the longhand. Okay. So as I have said that the shorthand minus the longhand is equals to the angle between them. So dapat yung ating bases is the same base as kung saan tayo nanggaling sa ating longhand. So dapat yung ating shorthand run is from that. So that would be 30 degrees plus 12 minutes. Take note that from here to 6 o'clock mark, that is equivalent to 30 minutes. Okay? So that from here to here, that should be x over 12 plus 30 minutes. I hope that is clear. No? So dito, yung equation natin will be shorthand minus the longhand. No? Will be shorthand minus longhand is equals to the angle between them. Okay. So, as you can see that the shorthand is equivalent to x over 12 plus 30. Again, kahit saan ka mag-base, okay lang. But ako nasanay ako i-base always yung dalawa from the 12 o'clock mark. So, that would be x over 12 plus 30. That would be our shorthand run. X over 12 plus 30 minus the longhand run is equivalent to x, of course, from 12 mark to this certain point. So, hindi pa natin alam yan, no? X is equivalent to 45 degrees. But yung 45 degrees natin, convert natin to minutes. And every 5 minutes, we have 30 degrees. Yan lang. Ganun siya ka-basic. Alam ko may mga calculator technique dito na nakikita natin, no? Mga tutorials. But basic muna tayo para mas maintindihan natin paano talaga siya isolve manually. Because some of the problems sa clock problems, lalo na yung mga complicated ones, cannot be solved directly using calculator. Intindihin talaga natin paano siya ginawa. Okay? So we have here our given equation. Then I will just assume value of x. Let's say 1. Then I will just find the value of x. Find x. That is equals to 24.545. But yung tanong dito is what time after 6 o'clock. So that would be 6. The time is 6:24.55. Okay? Ito yung time natin and this will be our answer. Okay? Madali lang. Ganun lang siya kadali. Okay. Now for our last problem, medyo challenging siya but this is a common problem and makikita nyo to sa mga website na nagtuturo ng mga engineering mathematics or engineering subject, no? Okay, so you may try this first before watching our solution. Pwede nyo siyang i-pause, then i-try nyo siyang i-solve. Okay? Alright. Last problem. What time between 2 and 3 o'clock mark will the angle between the hands of the clock be bisected by the line connected the center of the clock and the 3 o'clock mark? So, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng bisected? Pag sinabing bisected, that means the angle is equally cut, no? Equally, kumbaga, equally distributed or na cut siya equally. So ito yung ating sinasabing connected the center of the clock and the 3 o'clock mark. So from the center of the clock to the 3 o'clock mark. So yung time natin, we are certain that that is around 2 o'clock further, no? 2 o'clock upward. Because sinabi niya dito, what time between 2 and 3 o'clock. So it is between the 2 and 3 o'clock. So somewhat in the 2 o'clock mark pa siya. So ibig sabihin, since nag-move na yung ating orasan, that means somewhat ganito yung ating formation ng ating hands of the clock, no? So yung ating angle between them is bisected. Let's say that is theta. And the angle between from 3 o'clock mark to this shorthand is theta. And from the 3 o'clock mark to the longhand is theta pa rin. Okay, yan yung ibig sabihin ng bisected. So it cannot be greater than at the 4 o'clock mark yung ating longhand, no? Because if mangyayari yan, that means yung ating shorthand is behind the 2 o'clock mark. So hindi na siya magiging 2 o'clock, in between 2 to 3 o'clock, no? So dapat yung ating the shorthand should be from in between 2 and 3 o'clock. So somewhere here lang talaga, no? It cannot be, okay, change yung color. It cannot be dito, no? Because if nangyari andito na siya, then ito yung angle theta natin, then pwede, dapat yung ating ano to, longhand is somewhere here din, no? Dapat theta rin siya. Since specific sa problem that the time is in between 2 and 3 o'clock, then yung ating shorthand is between them lang talaga. So dapat kung ano yung angle of inclination of this one, theta, is the same angle of inclination of this one. But pa-downward nga lang siya. Okay? Alright. So the same concept pa rin. Dito, yung longhand yung nauna. So the longhand minus the shorthand is equivalent to the angle between them. Na yung problema dito is wala tayong angle between them. Naka-variable siya. No? So in this case, we should create two equations. So tawagin pa rin natin yung ating run of the the longhand from the 12. Again, ito yung technique ko, from the 12 always ako, no? Or from the 0 base is x. So that the run of the shorthand from the 2 o'clock mark is x over 12. Okay? So nagbe-base ako dito sa 0 base mark. Okay, now the run of the shorthand from the base is, that would be x over 12 plus 10. No? Because from here to here, that is 10 minutes. Plus x over 12. Okay, so dito, makakagawa ako ng equation na we can say that, again, longhand minus shorthand tayo. So dito, yung longhand natin is x, no? Minus the run of the shorthand from the base is x over 12 plus 10. Okay, and then yung angle between them is twice of theta. Ayan. So yung angle na yan is in terms of minutes pa. Okay? Now as you can see that this is we have two variables unknown. We have the x and we have the theta. So dapat makagawa pa tayo ng isang equation. So saan natin yun makikita? So i-take advantage natin that they are equally bisected, no? So theta here and theta rin dito. So we can also say that the value of x minus theta is equivalent to 15 minutes. Okay? Or pwede rin, x over 12 plus 10 plus 5 minutes is equals to 15 minutes. Pwede rin, kahit ano yung gawin natin. Basta tama lang yung ating basis sa angles. So, pwede, pinaka-simple, we can have x minus theta, isang theta, is equals to, from here to here, that is 15 minutes. X minus theta is equals to 15 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, we have two equations, no? But what we want here lang is the value of x, because that is our minutes after 2 o'clock, no? Ano? Yan yung ating indicator para makuha natin yung time, no? So basically we are in 2 o'clock but we don't know the minutes. So pwede natin i-express yung theta to x, no? So theta is equal to 15 minus x. Ayan. So substitute this one to equation 1. Let's say this is equation 2. And we have here our equation 1. This is our equation 1. Equation 2. Alright, then substitute equation 2 to equation 1, then it will become x minus x over 12. Copy ko lang yung equation 1. Plus 10 is equals to twice of, ang theta natin is equivalent to 15 minus x. Okay, we just substitute equation 2 to equation 1. Now, as you can see, yung unknown natin is yung x na lang, no? So, let me have it here in MathCAD, given x is equals to what? Yan, no? So, let's have x, find x. And that is, no, sorry. May mali. Ito, nagkamali ko dito. So, expressing theta to x, ito pala yung mangyayari, no? That would be x plus 15. Ayan, x plus 15, no? Ito, i-transpose, x minus 15, sorry. X minus 15. Transpose theta, then transpose yung ating 15 to the right, then it will, to the left, it will become x minus 15. So, nagkabaliktad ito. Sorry for that. X minus 15. Ayan. And, ito yung sagot natin. 18.462 minutes. No, naka-minutes ito. So that, yung time natin, ang tinatanong dito is yung time. So that the time is at 2 o'clock, 18.462 minutes. Okay, so kadalasan nakikita natin yung format dito is naging 18 and kumbaga naka-fraction siya, no? So pwede siyang gawin sa calculator. If we say we use our Canon calculator. Okay? So input muna natin ang ating equation. We have there itong yung original equation natin, x minus x over 12. Ika lang. We have here x minus x over 12. Then plus 10 is equals to twice of x minus 15. Yan, no? If solved, and ayan. Then, pwede nyo siyang gawing fraction. Saan ba yung fraction dito? I think ito. Okay. Store ko muna, no, sa A. So, that one in fraction. Ayan. 1816 over 3. Actually, ito yung nakikita natin sa choices, lalong-lalo na sa mga students na nagtitrain sa board exam. 1860. 2 o'clock, 1860 and 16 over 3. Okay? But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you.